Your mindset isn't broken, it's running exactly as installed. Two people get the same email. Boss wants to see them Monday morning. No other details. One of those people loses their weekend to it, replaying every little mistake they made at work that month, bracing for the worst, mentally preparing to pack up a desk that no one asked them to pack up. The other person reads the email and goes back to their weekend. Same 4 lines of text, two completely different responses. So, what's different between them? It's not the email. The email's identical. Something or someone decided what that email meant and reacted to that out of habit. That's not conscious mindset. It's older than mindset and runs deeper. We'll call it cosmology. Most people hear cosmology and think of astrophysics or religion or astrology. But I mean cosmology in a broader sense. All associations and definitions, including the basic assumptions something is built on, whether that something is a universe or a Monday. You might think, isn't that just mindset? But a mindset is just the slice of this that's active. We'll come back to that. Cosmology is the whole world of definitions and associations that anyone could possibly hold for anything. And it doesn't have to be things that you could say out loud if someone asked you to. It can simply be associations like this and this go together. I don't have words for what this or this is, but they go together. A lot of these were installed before you had words. A lot of these come from family, environment, the water you were swimming in before you knew how to articulate verbally. So let's go back to that email. Bracing for the worst only makes sense as a strategy if something underneath already assumes that being called in by the boss on Monday means something's probably wrong. Nobody taught that on purpose. It was a reactive, unconscious learning. That doesn't make it bad, but generally this happens when we're working with limited resources. Here's a distinction that's worth making explicit. Cosmology is the whole field. All possible associations and definitions you could ever possibly claim or believe. Active cosmology is specifically what you're holding right now. This is all associations and definitions that are currently weighted. This is like a mindset, but bigger and deeper than most people are consciously aware of. Active cosmology is the entire web of beliefs that you're actually holding, consciously or unconsciously, right now in this moment. You don't just live with beliefs, you live inside of them. Your active cosmology colors your entire experience. So here's a way to wield this. Your active cosmology runs, by and large, the same way an operating system runs. In the background, under the surface, rarely ever showing up on screen. You don't usually see it. You see what it produces. Have you ever noticed that you've already reacted to something without having made any conscious choice about it? That's your unconscious active cosmology doing what it does. Because the meanings and strategies that you practice most often will almost always become unconscious, rapid, and automatic. And this is really useful when it's supportive of what you want. If you want to tie your shoes, it's a lot faster to do so unconsciously with the whole protocol and relevant definitions baked in. Most of us don't think about tying our shoes or breathing or walking or flowing our blood. It just happens. And maybe you don't even consciously know how you do it. If you asked me, I probably couldn't articulate the granular mechanics of how I walk, but it's been practiced so many times that it's habit. It happens automatically. But all the associations that are required for that to happen, this body can be directed. I direct this body. Walking requires this amount of torque applied in these specific ways through these specific movements. I can do that. This is how I do that. Even though I can't articulate this, it's active cosmology, but it's unconscious. And again, that's really helpful when it's supportive of what we want. Like an operating system, your active cosmology can be updated. It can be pulled up so that definitions and associations can be examined, and if needed, those can be edited or deleted. So, clarity comes from awareness, okay? And clarity is leverage. One thing that offers you immense leverage is clarity that what you experience directly and what you decide it means are not identical. Meaning is applied to imagined past or future events. Meaning is not inherent in direct experience. And that gap is exactly where all of this leverage is. Like most people, I built a cosmology on secondhand certainty. And then I watched it collapse. And then I spent years trying to make it better, but actually making it worse, before I found a way to make it conscious and update it. And that's what I'll talk about in my next video. I'll put the link in the description once it's uploaded. Take care. Blessings.